Hi, everybody. It's Mindy Audlin here with you for you this What If Wednesday. I thank you for one, being part of our What If Up family here, two, for sharing inside the community what you want so that I can brainstorm some what if possibilities with you. And three, being here not just for your desires and challenges and whatever it is that you're working on in your life, but also being here for each other and sharing your own possibilities and ideas to uplift and inspire other people inside of our community. So I'm glad you are here. And if you'd like to jump in at any time and share a goal, a desire, a challenge, an obstacle that you would like some What If Up support with, some ideas on, post it in the comments. The way it works is every Wednesday, I pop in and I say, hey, what are you working on? What do you want? What do you want to create? What do you want to overcome? What do you want to rise above? Where are you? And then we get together and brainstorm. So I want to thank those of you who posted. I've got some of your ideas here ready to roll. So I'm going to kick out some ideas and I invite you to join me and to do the same in the comments to support each other, uplift each other. And then I also want to share with you just sort of what's been percolating in my head this week related to being courageous and sort of dealing with all the fear that, there's a lot of uncertainty and uncertainty brings fear. So what do we do with that? So we're going to brainstorm that a little bit as well. So glad you're here. So I'm going to kick the things off with a welcome to all of our new members. So this week, Robin, Ted, Kimberly in Virginia, hello and welcome. To Bonnie in Oregon and Jenny in the Roanoke Valley. We are glad to have you all. Thanks for joining. And I hope you're enjoying our community and getting settled in. Post something. Let us get to know you. Anytime you've got something, you got a selfie, you got something that is, a possibility that you're playing with, post it in our community. We're here for you. So I'm going to kick it off with Charlene. Charlene, thanks for posting inside of our comments to let us know what you're working on. Charlene says, I want to decide on this year's vacation destination. And that sounds like a really fun thing to what if up, doesn't it? So I'm going to share some what ifs. You can share some what ifs as well for Charlene. What if this year's vacation is the best ever? What if you go somewhere that maybe is not like an obvious touristy space, but maybe what if you identify like what you want to get out of this vacation? What if you decide if you want the vacation to be relaxing or you want it to be stimulating or you want it to be something where you connect with people or meet people? What if you come up to the Adirondacks? What if you go see some people here in our community? I know somebody did that once right after COVID when we were all online for so many years. Our joyful Jeannie took on a road trip and stopped in every city that she could between California and New York, visiting all of the what if uppers that she met along the way. So what if you decide what would make it a fun adventure for you? And what if you design your destinations based on what you feel like you are wanting and needing in your time off? So that was part of it. What if I want to decide on this year's vacation destination? That was part of it. And I want to feel confident in investing the money in that adventure. So she says, I want to feel like I deserve it. I want to feel like I can afford it. So what if this year, I think, is kind of an interesting year, isn't it? Like travel is kind of a different thing this year. So what if this year we look to how we can support our friends and neighbors here in the United States? I know we're here in New York where we depend on tourists quite a bit up here in the North Country of New York. And we're like, I hope people travel. I hope people will still come see us. So what if getting out on the road and visiting some of those off the beaten path places, what if there is incredible joy in that? And what if an affordable vacation is waiting for you? And what if you actually find something that is not only easy to afford, but creates the space for you to come back refreshed and recharged and maybe with some fresh insights, maybe more productive than you've ever been before. So those are some possibilities for that vacation. What is on your vacation docket? I know I'm going to Colorado in like a week. So if any of you are in the Colorado area, I'm going to be out near Denver. So let me know. Maybe we could what if up together, have a little possibility party, happy hour, or something like that. So what if you have a great time with your staycation or your vacation or whatever you decide to do this summer? Summer planning is underway. And thank you, Charlene, for bringing that to our community. All right. So let's see. I also got a comment from Tiffany. Tiffany, and I believe, Tiffany, you're out in the Metroplex in Texas, right? Who says, what if we bring this live What If Up, What If Wednesday to her radio podcast station? Wouldn't that be fun to broadcast our What If Wednesdays, let people call in with what they're working on? Maybe have some special guests. Maybe you. What if you were a special guest on a What If Up podcast? What if we What If Up together? What if I have like a little celebrity What If Up circle that people could call in and get some ideas and inspiration? That would be super fun. I would love that. So yeah, Tiffany, let's talk. What if we have ideas for how we can collaborate together, for how we can support each other, for how we can raise the bar together and do amazing things together? All right, so that's a great idea. All right. And then this one is from Carol. And Carol, I want to welcome you into our community. Thank you for posting. And this is, I really I feel you in my heart with this, because Carol says, I want my brother, who has just entered hospice, to live out the rest of his life in comfort and happiness. It's such a beautiful desire. So first, Carol, just sending love to you, because I know that is it can be a very difficult time. And so just sending love to you, and thank you for reaching out with something so pure and so exuding the love that you have for your brother. What a kind and beautiful desire. So what if your brother feels the love that you share even through this post? What if he is in a space of joy and peace, in part because of the love that you are sharing? What if your presence and your love and your attention to him is something that you can hold on to as a beautiful and sacred memory? What if these final days of his life, what if they are sacred and meaningful and special because of your love for him? And what if he does remain comfortable and peaceful and happy as he transitions into the next iteration of living, and whatever that looks like beyond this physical plane? So know that we are here with you and holding you and your family in love and light, just embracing you as you move through this beautiful change together. So change is everywhere, isn't it? Things are being born, things are dying, things are evolving, things are changing, and it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So this week I've been thinking a lot about courage, and particularly the idea of having courage in times of uncertainty, and having courage in times of transition, and having courage in times of change. And as I've been thinking about what that means to me and what that feels like, what I keep noticing is that courage is a wonderful thing to have when fear is present. Like, courage is that thing that lets us feel the fear and do it anyway, that's what courage is. But what if there is something beyond courage? And this is what the idea I've been toying with this week. What if there is actually something that is beyond courage because it's beyond the fear? You only need courage when you're feeling fear. But what if we had a faith in knowing that things are unfolding, faith knowing that we're being guided, faith knowing that we have resources within us that we can call forward to move through things? What if we could step into a faith that is so certain and so strong, that assurance of things hoped for? What if we could step into that with such certainty that we don't need the courage because we have the faith, right? So that's just an idea I've been playing with. What if having faith in how things unfold, what if there is like this space we could lift ourselves into, where we could trust that everything has the potential to work for good, even this? What if everything has the potential to work for good, even this? What if we know that? And what if we let that knowing guide us? What if we let that knowing drive who we are being in this lifetime? So that's my thought. What do you think? I'm not saying I'm there. I'm saying, wouldn't it be nice to be able to aspire to that? Wouldn't that be nice to develop that kind of certitude? So what if we knew 100% that we were guided? What if we knew 100% that when we see things that we don't want, the unwanted, the challenges, the obstacles, the things that cause us to be fearful, what if those are the times when we emerge into the next expression, the next level of expression in our faith, our knowing, our beingness, that we are powerful creators and that we can at any moment choose to direct our creative energy to take whatever is before us in this physical world and use it to create something magnificent. So that is the possibility I will share with you this What If Wednesday. What do you think? What ideas do you have? What does living a life of faith mean to you? And maybe it's, what does courage mean to you as well? Because I tell you, it's a good thing to have these days too. All right. Well, I love spending time with you. Thank you so much for being part of our community. Thank you for What If Upping with us. What do we have going on? We have last Wednesday, we had our workshop on becoming. So thank you to everyone who came out to that. It was wonderful to connect with you. Great session together. And if you missed it, the archives are available for all of our contributing members. So you can go to whatifup.org and just make a donation. A monthly donation opens up our archives and you'll have access to all the workshops, the mini workshops that we do. I've been doing one every month on the first Wednesday of the month. I don't know what the next topic will be, but mark your calendars for the first Wednesday night of, where are we? May will be the next one. So hope to see you there. In the meantime, thank you to everyone who's been inviting your friends on Facebook, your Facebook friends, to join us. We love growing and bringing this mindset, this community, this place of positivity and connection and belonging. We love bringing this to people who are attracted into it. So thank you for being a conduit for that and for sending those ripples of good vibes out into the world. So have a wonderful week, What If Uppers. It's great to see you. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.